Hello traders! It's Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. We are looking at a daily chart of Facebook or Meta. And I am looking to do a directional expected move butterfly as Meta is announcing earnings today after the bell. For disclosure purposes, I am doing this trade in paper money or the simulated account. So let's take a look at the option chain and I'll show you what I want to do. Okay, so we're going to use front week or October 27th expiration, and we'll bring in some more strikes. Now, the expected move on Meta is plus or minus $27.06. Let's call it $27. And if we look at the at-the-money premium here, we're $14 plus 14 and a quarter. So the expected move via the premium is a little bit more than that, around $28.25. So let's just round this off at $28. So we're expecting a move of $28. Now another thing I'm going to need to do is, am I going to play this to the upside or to the downside? So do I think we're going to be around 328 or do I think we're going to be around 272? Well, I'm usually bullish, so let's just play it to the upside. It's basically a coin flip. So if we're going to play this to the upside, we're going to need to do a call butterfly, and we want our short strikes to be around $28 over where we're at now. So I think our best bet would be to go with the 327.5 for the short legs of this butterfly. Let's just go 10 wide. So we'll buy a 317 and we'll sell two of the 327.5s. Or excuse me, we were going to buy the 317.5. And for our last leg, we will buy the 347.5. Now, let's bring this up on the Analyze page and see what this looks like. So if I right-click here, which you can't see, maybe if I collapse that. No, let's just do it this way. Raise him up a little bit here. We'll right-click and we'll click on Analyze Trade. And that will take us over to the Analyze page, and I want to click Add Simulated Trades. Risk Profile, that's where I want to be. And I can tell that I've already done something wrong here. I've done something very wrong here. We may have to start this video over again, because this is not right. I did the 347 instead of the 337. Okay, now our trade is more in sync here. So let's move all this over. So what we've got here is we've got the purple line is the risk graph as of right now, the purple line. And the blue line is the risk graph at expiration or on the 27th. I'm not sure why that's saying the 28th. And that's not right either because there's no way we're putting on that trade for an 8-set debit. Okay, I unlocked that. Now we're at $1.09 debit. So that actually doesn't look too bad. But what if we widened our butterfly a little bit? What if we went down to 315 and up to 340? So again, with a 15 wide butterfly, our max profit's going to be at 327.50, which is where we hope Meta is at expiration or close to expiration. And our break-evens are going to be down here about 316.65 plus or minus and 338.65 plus or minus. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to the 10 wide. That was 307.50, or I'm sorry, 317.50 and 337.50. Yeah, I like that. And boy, that's a $1.07 debit. Now I might get filled right away since I'm in the sim account. I've actually got to change this over here to 337.5. So we're looking at a $1.08, $1.07 debit. I'm going to go ahead and place this trade and we'll see if we can get filled. Bring this up here. And here you can see this is a simulation, not a real trade. So where are we at here? Oh, are we at $1? Oh no, it went up to $1.11. Wow, this is just fluctuating all over the place. You know what? Let's just bring her down to $1.10 We might get a favorable fill since we're in sim mode. And we're not getting filled. There, we got filled. Okay, we actually got filled at $1.04. I figured we'd get a good fill since I'm in the paper account. So let's bring back in our analyze page here. And let's get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of this down here. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the trade's on. It's about an hour and a half before earnings. So I'm going to come back and make a part 2 to this trade, and we'll see how this shakes out. We'll see what Meta does, if it is up or down 27 points. We got the trade on. I will we'll do what we need to do with the trade after the announcement. Hello traders, welcome to part 2 of this video. It is Thursday, October 26th, 2023. When we last spoke, we put on a directional butterfly on Meta ahead of earnings, and Meta has not worked out so well, as we were bullish on Meta, and Meta has went the other way, as much the general market. So it was looking pretty good after the announcement. We'll bring in a 15-minute chart here. Let me put in the extended hours. There we go. So yeah, here was the initial reaction after earnings. So we got up there around the 15 area, and I thought, or the 315 area, and I thought, you know, another push, we could get that up to around 328. Well, had we taken the opposite direction this morning, we were at 279. We would have pinned that short strike. But you know, sometimes you're the pigeon, sometimes you're the statue. So there's not going to be a whole lot to do with this pending a miracle. Let's take a look at the risk graph. So here's our risk graph, and here's where, let's see, Meta's trading, where are we trading at? Meta's 284.14. Okay, so we're right down here. We're at max loss here. There's really nothing to do with this thing, but just for the sake of showing this, let's take a look here, and okay, here's our position. So let's say we wanted to close this. Looks like we could do it for 1 or 2 pennies. I figured let's just leave it on. There may be a chance for a miracle tomorrow. But since we're glutton for punishment, Amazon's reporting earnings tonight after the bell. So why not do another expected move directional butterfly and see if we can make back that $1.04 we paid for Meta the other day. If you do enjoy this content, subscribe to the channel, like the video, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so we've got Amazon up here, and it's currently trading about 118.60. Let's bring in the chart. Let's get a daily chart here. So Amazon is coming close to testing this 200 period moving average. And before we look too much further, let's take a look at the Qs and the spiders, because we've just been bleeding. I could see the Qs coming down here to the 200. I think the spies have pierced. Yeah, the spiders have pierced. I mean, we have just been on a 2-week sell-off here. It's not been good. Now, it would probably be smart to play a bearish Amazon directional butterfly, but I'm an eternal bull, so we're going to play this to the upside. So let's take a look at our option chain and our expected move. So if we look over here, and we're going to go front week, we're going to go October 27th. So if we look at the front week here, our expected move is plus or minus, call it $8.80. So that would put us down around 110.50 or around 126.50. So if we pull up the option chain here, and let's pull up the at the monies, which is probably going to be 118 or 119. Let's just call it 118. So we're about 480 and 430. So our expected move here is about 910. So let's go with the lesser of that. Let's just call that $9. So $9, we're looking at $9 plus 118 half. We're looking at 127.50. I don't think there's going to be a 127.50 strike. No, there's not. So let's do our shorts at 127, and then I think we'll make this 10 wide, and we'll see what it looks like. So we're going to buy a 117 call, and we're going to sell two 127 calls, and we'll try not to make the mistake that we did on Tuesday with Meta. We'll do the right strike here. We'll buy the 137 call. So it looks like that's going to be about a $2.50 debit. Now let's bring this up on the old Analyze page here. And okay, good. I was hoping we weren't going to have Meta up here at the same time. Okay, so we're currently trading down here at 118.5, and here is the tippy toe of our butterfly tent at 127. Boy, we'll unlock this here. So that's more of a debit than I want to pay. I think if I widen these out, it's going to be even more expensive. But just for the heck of it, let's go down to 115 and 139. That would be a 12 wide. Oh, I don't like that either. Yeah, we might shrink this up. We might shrink this up to how about a 119, go $8 wide, and 135 here. That's a $1.61 debit. So our max profit here would be the distance between the strikes of $8 minus the debit paid of, let's call it $1.60. So we could potentially make $640 on this trade if we pin it. If we pin this puppy to 127 by tomorrow. I like this because we're paying less than we would be paying for the 10 wide. And let's just go ahead and place this trade. Now I'm going to have to change it over here to 119 and to 135. And disclaimer again, I'm in the sim account. As you see right here, this is a simulation. So it looks like we are trading about let's try to get this for under $1.60. I bet it fills because I am in the sim account. So let's go ahead and route this, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we got filled at $1.59. Got filled at $1.59. So now I will come back on Friday the 27th, and we'll update this trade and see how this does. So we'll bring in our Analyze tab again here, and we'll get rid of everything but our trade. Whoops. Okay, here we go. So here's our trade. So we have a potential to make around $640 if we pin this and we hold this pretty close to the close tomorrow. I think that's all I got. We'll come back on Friday the 27th, and we'll take a look at Meta. You know, there could be a Hail Mary by the market. You never know. We're definitely at max loss with Meta, but maybe we could make it up with Amazon. So I'll be back tomorrow on the 27th, and we'll see how these trades shake out. Hello traders, it's Friday, October 27th, 2023. It's Expiration Friday. We have got directional expected move butterflies on in Amazon and in Meta. So let's take a look at Meta. Let's take a look at a chart. And we did a bullish butterfly. We need Meta to be up in around the 327 area. And it's not going to happen. But Amazon, on the other hand, is right at our short strike of 127. So let's take a look here at the Analyze page. And here's our trade. And the purple line is right now. And we are just right in the sweet spot. This is right where we need to be. So I think we're going to unwind this and see what we can do. I think our max profit was around 600 on this. So let's unwind this. So what we're going to need to do is bring up some more strikes first of all. So we need to buy this back. So we'll buy the 119, or I'm sorry, we'll sell the 119, and we'll buy two of these 127s, and we'll sell this one. So we're looking at about a credit here of $5 and a quarter or so. And we're in the sim account, so we're probably going to get a favorable fill. Let's just kick this up to about 526, 527 and see what happens. This is kind of exciting. Okay, let's send it to the floor. bring up the cancel, replace, and hey, we got filled. We got filled at 527. So cool beans. This is a something I might put in my pocket. I've never done an expected move butterfly in the real account before. We just took this off, and we not only did we pay for this trade, but we paid for the meta trade that we did on whatever day that was, Wednesday, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm going to sign off. We're just going to let meta expire worthless. I will make an additional part of this if meta has a 30-point move to the upside today, which I don't see happening. But we'll post this to YouTube. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.